Hello students. So in the previous videos we had discussed about the concepts of Coulomb's law, electric field, electric dipole and the fields due to a dipole. Before we proceed further, let us first discuss one or two numericals based on these concepts. So very beginning, what we are discussing, this is a numerical I have put out here. This says that there are two metallic spheres, copper spheres A and B, which are identical in size. Identical means their size, their geometrical dimensions are just the same. And the distance between their centers is given us to be 50 centimeter. Now, what more is given? First of all, always remember, you identify what is given in the question and note it down. Pen it down in your answer book. So there, the charges on both the bodies are given as 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb. So charge on A is equals to charge on B, and that is 6.5 into 10 to the power minus 7 coulomb. This is given to us. Secondly, we are being given the distance between them, that is 50 centimeter. We have to convert this distance from CGS into SI. So we divide centimeter by 100, so it comes out to be 0.5 meter. The distance between their centers. Now, what we have to find out? The force between the two spheres. As these are identically charged spheres, it means their charges, the value is same, as well as their sign is also same. Means if it is positive, so the second charge on B is also positive, and if charge on A is negative, so charge on B is also negative. So definitely like charges repel each other. So force between them will be repulsive force. So according to Coulomb's law, what we have? The force between them is K, Q1, Q2 upon R square. This is the expression we had already discussed. Now the value of K here, how much is that? 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. The standard value we had discussed earlier as well. If you put these values here, so therefore the force comes out to be 9 into 10 to the power 9 into charge is 6.5 10 to the power minus 7 on the first body and 6.5 10 to the power minus 7 as well on the second body. Divide by the square of the distance. Remember here, we have to square the distance. Generally, when the students solve it, so they forget to square the distance. So keep it in mind, you have to square the distance. So distance is squared means distance multiplied to its value. We solve it like this. 5 cancels 65 by 13 times. Similarly here, we solve it and find out the answer as to be 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. This is the force between the two bodies. So we get the force between spheres A and B, which is repulsive in nature. Now, what the second part asks? The second part of the question asks that if the system is immersed in water, what is that? Water is a dielectric medium, and we had discussed previously that when a system is put in dielectric medium, the force between them reduces greatly. So the force in water should be equal to force that we have identified already divided by the dielectric constant of water. The dielectric constant of water. Recall the definition of dielectric constant, the force between the two charges in air ratio the force between them in the given medium. So we are using it, the force between them in given medium is equals to force in air upon dielectric constant. The value of dielectric constant is given to us in the question, that is 80. The force we have already identified as 1.5 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. So therefore the force in water comes out to be 1.5 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 80. That comes out to be 1.875 10 to the power minus 4 Newton. This is the force when they are immersed in water. Now, thirdly, this is the important part of this question. Listen it very carefully. In this third part, what we are doing, we have taken another identical uncharged copper sphere C. Uncharged means the initial charge on C is 0. We first touch it or bring it in contact of A, and then we bring it in contact of B. So, initially QA is equals to QB. It was given to us. Here we assume it to be Q. That we assume. Say. Now when C touched to A, what will happen? When we bring body C in contact with A, C is uncharged, A is charged. When they are brought in contact, they share the charges. The charge is redistributed equally because the bodies are identical. When they are identical, so the charge between them will be equally distributed amongst them. So charge on C will come out to be charge on A, but how much will it be? This will be half of Q. Half of the charge A goes to C and half of the charge A remains on A. So charge on A now becomes charge on C, and that is half of the initial charge, Q by 2. Remember this. Then this body C is touched with body A. So charge on each bodies will be redistributed amongst themselves. Okay. So charge on C plus charge on B will be divided into two sections. That will be Q by 2 plus Q upon 2. So it comes out to be how much? 3Q by 4. This is now the charge on B. Let it be QB dash. Let it be QA dash. So QB dash will be equal to 3Q by 4. So charge on A after touching with C reduces to Q by 2. Charge on B after touching with C reduces to 3Q by 4. Now what is the force between A and B? So new force between A and B, we take it as F dash. How much will it be? We do the same calculation according to Coulomb's law, K QA dash QB dash upon R square. Now remember, in the question we have not changed the distance of A and B, only the charges are redistributed. So place the values accordingly. Don't put the numerical values of K and R. QA dash is Q by 2, QB dash is 3Q by 4 divided by R square. If we solve it out, so this gives us that it is 3 by 8 KQ square upon R square. Now this is the value which we have already identified, KQ square by R square. Identical charges were there. It is 1.5 10 to the power minus 2. We put the values here, 3 by 8 into 1.5 10 to the power minus 2, and the result comes out to be 5.625 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. So this is the force between them, that is 5.625 10 to the power minus 2 Newton. Now students, we discuss here two questions regarding the concept of electric field. Why I am discussing two questions simultaneously? Because they are somewhere related to each other to understand simultaneously. It is good. See, I have written here two charges plus 16 microcoulomb and minus 9 microcoulomb at a distance of 8 centimeter apart in air. What we have to find out, the point at which the net field is 0. On the other side, I have taken the charges plus 3e and plus 12e separated by a distance of 2 meter, and again we have to find the point at which the field is 0. What is the difference between the two questions? Remember, focus on this. I have taken here two unlike charges, one positive and the other negative. And here I have taken two like charges, both positive. It can be both negative as well, no problem. Question solution, the modus operandi, the process of solution will remain the same. Now understand. This is the charge, say minus 9 microcoulomb at point A, and this is point B where the charge is plus 16 microcoulomb. Now here the point to keep in mind is that if we have got two charges, one minus, one plus, so their balance point where the net field is 0 will be somewhere on the outer edges of the line joining the two charges at A and B. Means not between A and B. It will be outside A produced, or it will be outside B on this side. But in between A and B, it will never be there. Why? Because in between A and B, always at any point, the field will be in the same direction. See, if it is repelling, it is attracting. If it is attracting, it is repelling. So in between, the field always will be in the same direction. So it can never be 0. For being 0, it has to be directed oppositely. So the field will be oppositely, either on this side, minus 9 attracting, plus 16 repelling, or on this side, plus 16 repelling, minus 9 attracting. So we produce this line on both sides. Now, I had discussed in the electric field lines the concept that the balance point or the neutral point is always closer to the smaller charge. The neutral point is always closer to the smaller charge. Which one is the smaller charge here? See, this is a smaller charge, 9 microcoulomb, and this is 16 microcoulomb. Irrespective of their sign, maybe it is positive and it is negative, no matter. You have to identify the magnitude. This is 16, this is 9, so resultant point will be close to 9. So we take that, say point P is the point where the net field is 0. So let point B be the point where net field is 0, such that AP equals to X. Now if AP is X, so therefore BP will come out to be 8 plus X, because distance between A and B is already given to us as 8 centimeter. In this question, there is no need to convert the charges into coulombs or distance into meter. Why, you will come to know in the further sequence. Now, as electric field equals to KQ upon R square, so here what should be the condition? That the field at P due to A must be equal to field at P due to B. That is KQ at A upon X square equals to KQ at B upon 8 plus X square. Put the values here. K into QA is 9 upon X square. K into QB is 16 upon 8 plus X whole square. Q is cancelled. Both the sides are perfect squares. So solve it. 3 upon X equals to 4 upon 8 plus X. We solve it out and we find that this is 24 plus 3X equals to 4X, or X equals to 24 centimeter. So this is the distance of the point P from the charge minus 9 microcoulomb at which the net field will come out to be 0. Now if you are being asked the distance from 16 microcoulomb, so from 16 microcoulomb charge, the distance will come out to be 24 plus 8, that is 32 centimeter. So you can find out the answer from any charge, but you have to explain that this distance is from which charge. Already we had mentioned x is the distance from the charge at A, and the charge at A was minus 9 microcoulomb. Got it? So remember that when the charges are unlike, the balance point will be somewhere on the outer side of the line between the two charges, and the balance point will be closer to the smaller charge. On this side, the charges are plus 3e and plus 12e. This is the charge plus 3e, and this is a charge at B, that is plus 12e. As I just told you, their balance point will be somewhere in between the two charges, not outside, because always at a point between A and B, the field of the two charges will be opposite, always, because both are identical charges. It is repelling, so the point here somewhere, say C, will have the fields in opposite directions. The distance between A and B is given to you as 2 meter. We take this distance of C as x from A. Again remember, again I am stressing that the balance point will be closer to the smaller charge. So let C be the point where net field is 0, such that AC equals to x. So we have taken the distance from A, that is plus 3e charge. So therefore BC will be 2 minus x. Again remember, no need to convert the charges into standard SI units, or the distance is also not required to change. You can see here we had no use of converting that. So same here. So now at C, the field at C because of A must be equal to the field at C because of B. Then only they will be balancing each other. The field at C because of A will be K Q at A upon x square, and because of B is K Q B upon 2 minus x square. K is cancelled. The QA value is 3e upon x square. QB is 12e upon 2 minus x square. Here remember that E denotes the unit charge, and unit charge is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Remember this. Okay, E is the unit charge, the charge on one electron, but we are not required to put its value here because you can see this is cancelled. So this comes out to be 1 upon x square equals to 4 upon 2 minus x whole square. Again rooting the both sides, we get here 1 upon x equals to 2 upon 2 minus x. Solving it, we get that 2x equals to 2 minus x, or x comes out to be 2 by 3 meter. Okay, this is clear. So what is there? Okay, the distance x will come out to be 2 by 3 meter, the distance of balance point from the charge at A. So this is how we can identify the positions at which the net field comes out to be 0. Keep in mind the key points, that for unlike charges the point will be outside, for like charges the point will be inside the charges, and always closer to the smaller charge. So revise it, go through this. Thank you.